Aquariuses, welcome to your love reading for November 2019. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates info and my email are below. Just send me an email and we can make that happen. I also have my 2020 Sun moon readings up in my playlist. Go check those out. I'm doing them in order of requests, so make sure you put your requests in. And while you're waiting for yours to be put up, check out my 2019 Sun moon readings that are in my playlist. And also, I just want to mention for those of you that think you are internet sleuths or Inspector Clouseaus or trying to bust Veronica Garnett, when I am reading or when I am talking about your Sun moon traits, I am adapting that narration from something on the web. Imagine that. I'm not an astrologer. I've never claimed to be an astrologer. I use astrology to help guide me in my readings. I'm actually a psychic empath. So I do find things on the web. And I read them to you because people sometimes are unaware that Sun moon readings are even out there or exist. But you get these negative Nancy's that come in and they're so proud of themselves because they track down the script that it came from, where they found the source. And they're like, oh my God, you used some stuff from this source and haha, I got you. And the thing they don't realize is they don't bother reading the description where I credited where I adapted the material from. So negative Nancy's, before you jump all over me, do your reading, do your research, check out my description and see who I credited. Okay? I do that every year, by the way, for my Sun moon readings if you look at my descriptions. I'm a Capricorn. I cross my T's and dot my I's. It's going to be hard that you're going to find me tripping up. Okay, enough about that. Alrighty, let's see what's going on for you guys. Also, I'm on the Instant Go app. If you need an answer to a question, it's $4.98. I turn it in 24 hours. I have readings on Facebook and Insta, although I've been slowing down on those. And I'm leaving a Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, an ex, a soon-to-be ex. And I also included in that spread something that you do not know about your love interest. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Aquarius's love 2019? What do you see? What do they need to know to help them reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine for their greater good? Any messages you have for them? Love, November 2019 would be greatly appreciated. Okay. What are the love energies that Aquarius passed out of prior to November 2019? We have the King of Pentacles in reversed. What are the love energies that they can expect in November 2019 for Aquariuses, please? We have the Emperor in the upright. And how will Aquarius be moving out of November into December or forward from this reading? We have the Four of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, some of you might be dealing with an Aries, and I'm wondering if somebody is clipping your wings, because I'm kind of getting that. Okay, I see this King of Pentacles here. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, well, he's in reversed here, so I don't know. The King of Pentacles in the upright, he's all about being solid and secure and all this other stuff. You know, he's all about money and stability, and he's a rock. He's an anchor. These are reversed. I'm not getting that. I'm getting, I don't know. I'm wondering if some of you are all over the place when it comes to your finances, or you just are all over the place in general. Because I'm feeling like this Emperor comes in and swoops in November. And, you know, your house is a mess. You're a hoarder. You don't know where you put all your receipts. Everything, you know, everything's like chaotic. I feel like it's a mess. You know, things are sloppy. You're confused. Aquariuses can be like that. And I can say that because I have a daughter. And you should see what her room looks like. And she's a super creative being. And I let her be sloppy because of this, because I kind of feel like if I kind of order is going to ruin her creativity. So I let her have a messy room, and I let her have a messy art table. I don't like, but that's what I feel like. Okay. And I know that people are like, man, that's not what the King of Pentacles is in reverse. Well, that's what the King of Pentacles is for me right now, people. So I'm getting that, you know, you're kind of all over the place. And then I see this Emperor kind of come in and be like, okay, we need to get things in order here. And you're like, okay, what do we need to do? And I really feel like, and the Emperor is a good person. He just can be a little bit too assertive. And that doesn't always jive with some people. And I don't feel like that's going to jive with you. Like, I feel like he's clipping your wings. He's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to clean this place up. And believe this is like a romantic love interest. You start dating this person and they take the role on of somebody that needs to restore order to your life. They feel like they're helping you. And they're they're overbearing. They're like, listen, this is what I do. This is how things need to be. And you're like, okay, all right. And so they're trying to take your chaos of a life and they're trying to implement rules and, you know, put you in a box. And, you know, you know what it is? It's that, what's that movie? Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts, the crazy guy she was married to. And I just remember, like, opening up the cabinet and all the labels were, like, turned and they were all facing outward. Like, that's this dude or woman. It could be a female, it could be a male, coming in and being like, okay, you're a mess, this is what we need to do. And you're like, well, yeah, I'm a little messy. I mean, I guess I could use the help, but you have to be careful when you let somebody like that into your life, because that's all they do. And then if you allow it and say, okay, well, they know what they're doing, so I'll hand over my bank accounts to them and I'll, you know, I'll let them do this, that, and then that kind of feeds their power. And then you get to a point where you realize you don't have any independence at all, and you've totally lost yourself because there's so many rules, there's so many boundaries in place, and you're not the person that you were anymore. And every time you try to do something creative, I feel like this person comes in and goes, okay, so for instance, you have this creative project and, you know, you start doing it and you're like, oh, okay, you're sitting there painting. And then this person comes in and says, I think that needs a little bit more blue. Here, let me take the paintbrush and show you what I mean. You know, like this. And then go like, and after a while, you're like, well, wow, that was my painting. And now it's like your painting. So I'm getting that vibe. I feel like you get involved with someone that feels like they need to restore order to your life, and you should be thankful for that, okay? But they're being a little too oppressive and assertive. The reason why I see that, I see in November going out, this is where I feel like you've turned over more to them than you should have. And they're in control of everything. They're in control of the bank accounts. They're in control of the house. They're in control of how things are run. And they do it because it makes them feel safe and secure. And they have issues. And they have to possess things, you know, and they're the ones that are doing all the work. And they're taking care of you. Don't get me wrong. The Emperor's a great provider, okay? So whoever this person is, they make money, they work very hard, and they take care of people, and that's great. But at what cost? You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys get lost in November. You get into a relationship and you lose yourselves because this person comes in and just kind of changes everything. Why is this King of Pentacles here in reverse? And I'm getting you're a total mess here. But you know, and I'm not saying that to be offensive. I know someone's going, I'm not a mess. I'm not, honestly, like I said, my daughter's an Aquarius, and I'm not being biased because she's my daughter. I mean, she doesn't brush her hair. That's okay. Like, she doesn't brush her hair every day. Some days she does, some days she doesn't. Some days she, you know, wears a wrinkly shirt. That's what I mean. I mean, you guys are very good at making it work. Like, I came into her room and I was like, and I'm sure some of you can relate, I was like, how on earth do you find anything in here? And she's like, sloppy people know how to find stuff. This is our system. This is how we work. We don't work like you do, because I'm a Capricorn. We don't work with folded stuff. We have to have our stuff messy. You wouldn't understand because that's not how you live, okay? And I was like, you know what? That's true. So, like I said, when it comes to my daughter, and she's 11, if anyone's wondering, I do not mess with her crap. If she wants to, as long as she doesn't have food in her room and mice, I'm okay with that. And it's not because she's spoiled. She works very hard in other aspects of her life you wouldn't believe. But, okay. So, that's what I'm getting from this King of Pentacles in reverse, believe it or not. It's you, and you aren't the most ordered person. around. But it works for you because the King of Pentacles in upright, okay, where was I? So the King of the Pentacles in upright, he's an ordered kind of guy. He gets to work on time. He works a 9 to 5. He knows how to invest his finances. He knows how to make money. He's successful. He's a worker. In reverse, I feel like it's you guys kind of like, if I'm a little bit late for work, it doesn't matter. You know, you're shoving stuff in your purse as you go out the door, putting a banana in there. And it doesn't work for everybody, but it works for you until this guy comes along and decides that it doesn't. Okay? So, why is this King of Pentacles here in reverse for Aquarius energies prior to November? Who is this person? What's this energy? I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm like, even though it's, you know, love can extend to, yeah, you guys are, Emperor cards in reverse for you guys. I mean, you know, I can love my daughter. My daughter has love for me. I could see myself being the Emperor to her. Now, this whole reading doesn't relate to that, but that's what I'm kind of getting. So, I mean, the feeling I'm kind of getting here, the dynamic. So we have the Emperor card here in reverse. So again, the card of Aries, it's in reverse now. So the Emperor in reverse is disorder and not having a routine and not having any self-control and everything just being like all over the place, okay? And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is things not happening, so not progressing, not being a success, not moving forward, because of, you know, everything's just kind of all over the place. The Star card here in the upright is your card of Aquarius. But I think the thing about what it's saying here is, again, it's your way. And even though things don't work and even though things fall apart, you guys have an incredible ability to bounce back, to rejuvenate, it's your way. You're like, okay, well, that didn't work out. That was a mess. But you know what? So what? I'm going to renew myself. And it's going to work out. And, you know, it's something that you guys do, okay? You guys are the stars. You make it happen. You throw it together and you make it happen. But here comes Mr. I got a better way to do it. Or Mrs. I got a better way to do it. Why is the Emperor card here in the upright? Who's this person? What is this energy for Aquarius? Love energies for November 2019. Why is the Emperor card here? Oh, it's definitely someone you're in a relationship with. So we have the Lover's card in the upright here. So, it's somebody you connect with. So on some level, this is a person that you feel very close to, and you do have a positive, you have a very strong connection to them, and you trust them. So when they're kind of looking how you're doing things and they say, okay, I can do this better, I can take this stuff off your plate, you trust them, you believe them. Lovers is a card of Gemini, for those of you that resonates. The Devil card in the upright. And you feel like, okay, this is a way out of this. The Devil card is a card of Capricorn, by the way. But you're like, okay, well, this is a way out of it. This is, you know, I have negative habits and they're showing me how to fix my negative habits. And they're showing me how to let go of stuff that's not working for me. They're showing me the way. That's how I feel like it comes on, okay, at first. They're doing you a favor. They're helping you out. And you're saying, wow, I'm really glad I met this person because whatever they're saying really makes a lot of sense. I mean, they're going to take care of my banking and their coupon clipping and they're doing the grocery shopping for me. And, you know, so I really do feel like it's working out. And it is a way out of this darkness because I do think to an extent, even though it was working for you in your own way, you trust this person and you believe there's a better way to do it. And they're telling you, this is how we're going to get out of it. This is what we're going to start doing. We have the High Priestess here. But this is where your inner voice starts telling you something about this doesn't feel right. I feel like this is where it starts to turn. And you're like, I'm not seeing the whole picture here. And my intuition is telling me, because you guys are intuitive as hell, this doesn't feel right. Where this is going, just, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't, you know, you know, the magazines on the coffee table are a little too organized. And, you know, I got scolded for leaving a coffee ring on the counter. And so things just start to feel a little cloying. And this is what I'm talking about, wing clipping. I feel like they're messing with what makes you original, what makes you unique, what makes you eccentric, what people value about you. They're putting too much order to you and clipping your wings. That might be the title of this. So the Four of Pentacles is when things really start to turn. They're in control of everything. They're telling you, you're handing the money over to them, and they're taking it, and the hand goes in and your money disappears into this box, okay? And you're handing it over to them because they're like, this is what I'm good at. I'm good with money. Give me your money. Give me your grocery list. Give me everything. But it comes out as a way that it makes them feel good. It makes them feel powerful. And as a result, you start losing control of your own life. Why is this Four of Pentacles here in the upright for Aquariuses as they move forward from this reading, as they move out of November in regards to love? Who is this person? What is this energy? Temperance card in the upright. Card just towards Sagittarius. Three of Wands in the upright. Okay, so you are realizing this. And I feel like with the Temperance card, you're saying to yourself, this doesn't feel good anymore. Okay, it did when they were taking some stuff off of my plate. Now not so much. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out a good compromise with this person. You're trying to say, okay, well, how can I get them to kind of do half of the stuff, but not all of my stuff? Because some of the stuff, you know, is I like to do or I like to be in control of because that's my identity, okay? You know, the paintings, the creative part. Maybe you don't want to balance the checkbooks. Okay, this might be good for this person. Give them the checkbooks, give them this or that. But so you're trying to find out like a good compromise. You're going back and forth. You're trying to blend everything that exists right now to find where's the happy place in this relationship, okay? And you're trying to hold your crap together while this is going on, because I feel like, again, they're pushy, they're overbearing, they're telling you this is how things are supposed to be done. And inside of you, you're screaming, no, this is the way that you think things should be done. So you're trying to be patient, and you're trying to hold your crap together and not blow up on them, okay? We have the Three of Wands here in the upright. And I think you're coming to the realization that this is not normally somebody you would have typically date, okay? They kind of fell in your lap. It seemed like things were going to work. You had a connection on some level, but now you're kind of considering what's out there and saying, you know, there's somebody better out there for me. I'm not going to lie. You're saying to yourself, this is not the one. This is not the fit. At first, it was very beneficial to me. I thought it would, but now I'm seeing that this is not the one for me. This is not how I want to be. This isn't how I want to operate in a relationship. I need to have my independence. I need to have my freedom, and I need to have somebody that's going to nurture that, okay, and is going to fan that flame. And we have this Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is this person, okay, because despite the fact that they're really good with money, and yeah, the Page of Pentacles in reverse isn't very good with money or whatever, despite this person is being good with money, I think they're being immature about it. I feel like there's this immaturity about them or an insecurity about them. And I don't think that they're using their abilities correctly. Is that the best way that they should within the relationship? And I think you're having this realization. Not only that, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, he can feel a little entitled to things. Like, there's an entitlement that's coming along with this person. Like, they feel entitled to blocking your goals. They feel entitled to telling you how to manage your money and what you should do and things like that. And all of it's very unsettling to you. So I don't feel like you're comfortable with this at all. So if this resonates with you, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. We can go ahead and work that out. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, current, ex, soon-to-be ex, which could be this person. Usually it is who's in the reading, but I can't always guarantee that. And then otherwise, check out my sun, moon readings and my playlists. Like, share, subscribe if you like my videos. And good luck to you. Adios from Veronica Garnet. Bye.